Hey everyone. So today is kind of cool because I got my first ever request from my Aunt Kathy to do a how-to on lashes. I know I do them off camera a lot just because it's a little bit hard to look into my iPhone and kind of do them because the picture's not, you know, crystal clear as looking in a mirror. But today I am going to do my best to show you how I do my lashes, what products I use, what kind of tools and things you need. So let's get right into it. First, you're going to need a couple of products before starting. You're going to need, of course, the lashes. I got a request to use the Little Black Dress Kiss lashes from my friend Abby Jo. Unfortunately, I searched like 3 different Walmarts and I could not find them, so I might have to order them offline, but instead I got these Lash Couture Faux Mink collection ones. Pair is called Gala. So I'm going to be using these because I did use the Ardell Faux Mink, so now I'm going to try the Kiss Faux Mink. And I believe these were like, I don't know, like $5.99. Do these come with glue? I don't know if these come with glue. I have not opened them yet, but I'm excited to use them. The next product that you're going to need, mascara. I'm using a brand new mascara, at least for me, brand new, because y'all know I stay on that great lash. But this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original, and it is in the color Blackest Black, so I'll be using this. You do need lash glue. I use the House of Lashes lash glue, which is really good, and it does change color when it starts to dry. This was $9 from Sephora. I know Tarte makes a really good lash adhesive that actually dries black, which is pretty cool, which was also $9. But just buying like the regular lash glue from Walmart is not bad. I've used that for years. I continue to use it today. I just, you know, would rather be a little more bougie and use the expensive one. But really you can use whatever. It's all the same. It's not gonna hurt your lashes or hold them on better or worse. I find the House of Lashes lash glue to be a little bit stronger, but again, not a huge difference. And I mean, I don't sleep in my lashes, so there's no reason for me to even have them on that long in the first place. So you can use whatever you want. I would personally try to find a pair that has lash glue with it, but I think lash glue is like $2, so it's not crazy expensive. I think the Allure ones, those come with like a little lash glue, and that one was actually pretty good. I used that one. You are going to need tweezers. This is my little girl. Isn't she so fabulous? I freaking love her. But these are tweezers. Side note, caution, be very careful when using tweezers. I know tons of people tell you don't use tweezers, but then literally every person I watch do lashes uses a tweezer. They do have, some of them come with little tools. They're like a little pink little plastic tool that actually works really well. I've used that a ton. I have also seen at Target, I saw they make the ones, they look like tweezers, but they have like a fat, like round edge that you put those on. That works really well. Or you can just use your finger. You don't need this, but I like to have this. Is liquid liner. This is the Maybelline Ultra Waterproof Liner. This is good liner. I've used this for a while, and it is waterproof. But you don't necessarily have to use liquid liner on top of lashes. I was taught, when I did dance, I was taught to put liquid liner over the lashes to kind of make everything seamless and to cover up the line. Some lashes come with a clear band. These have a black band, but I know like my Faux Mink ones from Ardell are supposed to have like no line, like they're supposed to look seamless, you know, so it's all up to you. I know sometimes, secret, this will help you kind of like cover up mistakes, or if it's a little wonky, or if like one part goes up a little too high or something like that, you can just kind of put that on there just to seal it all up, and they'll all have like a perfect line on top. So that's kind of why you can use this. So let's just go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna open up this box of lashes and show you how I do everything. Alrighty, so just looking at these off the bat, these are really dramatic and curly and pretty. I'm really excited to use these. I normally don't go for something this dramatic. I like stuff a little more like wispy or light or natural looking. That way people aren't like, whoa, you're wearing fake eyelashes. You know, it can be a little bit more like, oh, you know, are you, aren't you? I like to have a little mystery. I like there to be a little mystery in my eyelashes. These are definitely dramatic, but I wanted something really nice and thick. So I'm gonna just peel this off. And first thing you want to do is measure this. There have been times where I have just glued an eyelash on and it is way too damn long for my eye. So it should definitely start like where your normal lashes start and where your normal lashes end. If it's going way into the corner of your eye or it's extending way out, they're too long, and you just need to take a little like a little eyebrow scissor or even a regular scissor and trim them. I always trim like little bits at a time. So like I'll trim like a little bit off the side and then measure it and keep going, because of course, you know, you can always take off but you can't add. It's better to like have a long lash and trim it down than have like just go and have a short lash and then they look stupid and then you've just wasted a pair of lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure this real quick on my eye, and those seem to look perfect. I know, I wish it was that easy to just put them on. So I don't have to trim these, like a lot does. So basically what I'm gonna do is you hold the lash like this and you're gonna take your lash glue. I also really like this because it has a little brush. Normally the kind that comes from the store, it's usually like in a squeeze tube. What I do is I'll take this plastic part and I'll squeeze out a little dollop of it. Let me show you. Okay, I'm gonna use this Too Faced liquid lipstick to kind of show you guys, because it's kind of like what the tube looks like. It would look like this. So what I do is I would squeeze it out on here, and then I'd use this little pointed end to like scoop the product, and then I would take this pointed end to put it on to the lash. You see what I'm saying? So I just use this as an example, but that's how I would do it. But luckily, this one has a little brush that makes it really easy to put this on. And always make sure that you're putting the right eyelash on. I know, I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but you know, just make sure that you're not putting like this really thick end on like the inside and you're not putting like the really thin end on the outside. So you hold your lashes and you're going to take your lash glue and very lightly, I like to go on like the top, and I also like to go on the underneath just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on there, and always like really use thin amounts of glue and, you know, kind of build it up, like if you need more or less. You know, the key is not to have like a ton of glue, because then that'll dry and just look redonkulous. Now I'm doing the under part of it, and see how little glue I'm using? Like I said, you don't have to use a lot. And now I'm gonna let this dry. This House of Lash glue is white, but it does start to dry like blue. But I always go ahead and just blow on it to kind of get it like tacky, to where it's at the point where it's still wet enough so you can mold it, but it's also like close to getting dry so that when it goes on it's not sliding around. So what I do is I just look at it and I kind of like measure it, and then I just set it down. Like I just place it really fast and then I kind of adjust it depending on how well I sat it down. Like that is the best advice I can give you, is that I just set it down and hope for the best. And this is where your little tool will come in handy. And I'm lightly pressing it down. And you can even close your eye and like press it down. Now you're going to take your tweezer, and this is where you're really going to get in there and place it. So I'm kind of half looking in the mirror. And the key is to try to get it as close to your lash line as possible. So you're trying to get it as close to right here as you possibly can. Like I'm not setting it like way up here. So as you can see, when I open my eye, there's not a gap in there of where there's skin. And this was actually pretty good because I'm doing this like live on camera basically, so. And then I'm just holding my eye closed and just pressing this little end to my eye to get it to really stick on there. Now the good part about fake eyelashes, like these kind, not like permanent ones that you get put on, is that you can rip them off. So if you feel like anything's kind of off or poking you, you can rip them off and start over. These look really pretty. Ooh. So now I'll go ahead and do the other side for you really quickly. With this one, because I want to take this other one off, but I think on this one, there's like a little bit... Oh, is it coming into focus? Come on. See this little tip right here? I think I'm going to trim that off because this one's like poking me a little bit on this side. So again, I'm just going to do the same thing, and I'm just going to line it very thin. See, like I did there. It's very thin, and then I'm gonna line the underside too. Oh, and you also want to get like the ends, like the tops of the ends too. And if you feel like these are even too long too, you can probably trim a little bit if you trust yourself. You also want to make sure that this space right here matches, and this one is a little bit further up than this one, so I'm going to bring this one down just a smidge. These look really good. I am impressed, Kiss Lashes. I am impressed. Okay. Now that these are on there and they're looking fabulous, I'm going to do my mascara. Now you can do ones on the bottom if you like if you feel like you need to even out the top for the bottom, like if you feel like the bottom looks so sparse and you're like, I feel like no amount of mascara could fix this, then you could add like a couple of individual ones on the bottom or some really, really short looking natural ones on the bottom. I personally think that mascara looks fine, and once you do your makeup and you have a little bit of makeup down here too, that'll help even it out. If you think you're like, whoa. But one thing I notice is that a lot of people I watch on YouTube, they put mascara on first and then they do their lashes. I don't do that. I put my mascara on after because I like to feather my regular lashes in with the fake lashes. So I kind of make them look seamless, like they're all one big lash. So that's why I do mine that way. So I don't do them as harsh, but I lightly comb through them with the mascara, piecing them all together. And that way, too, like with this one, there's a little bit more space than there is on this one. So bringing these lashes up to the top ones and kind of seamlessly putting them together with the mascara helps to make them look so natural. Like that looks like nothing. Like that looks like my eyelash now. I'll just go over one more time. And then I'll just go ahead and do a little bit of bottom mascara as well. Oh wow, this mascara looks really good. So see, just a little bit of mascara I think really helps it a lot. Should I do some liquid liner on these? No, I think they look good. I only use liquid liner if I'm doing like a whole completed look, or like these ones are really thick, so I feel like liquid liner, you're not gonna see it because they're so thick, but these are beautiful. Oh man, these are nice. I really like these. I think they're a little tiny bit dramatic. Like I feel like I'd probably only wear these at night, to be completely honest, but you know, let your freak flab fly. And if you want to wear these during the day, then wear them during the day. Some last minute things. I never wear these more than like once over. You know what I mean? Like I never go to sleep in these. Just because one, they're not comfortable, and two, they're not like 100% sanitary. So I just take them off, but you can keep reusing them. Just keep this thing. I literally just take mine off and I just stick them back on this thing. It's also good to kind of like rinse them or wash them off, you know, just be really delicate and just rub them between your fingers with some soap and water or some contact solution. I know that works really well, or eye drops. You know, take like a little cup or a little bowl and put some contact solution on top of them and let them soak in the water, and that can help you pull the glue off. I pull the glue off with this. I'll just sit there and pull it off, pull the glue off. Just don't be too rough with them because then you'll like misalign them and stuff and you might have them shed. I've used lashes several times with no issues. Like I would wear a pair for dance like 10 times before I got a new pair. So you can definitely reuse them. Just take care of them. And I'll probably wear this pair like 15 times. Like usually I only stop wearing a pair because I lose one. You know, like one night I like come home and I just rip them off and like throw them on the floor and then I can't find them the next day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. I hoped it was helpful to you. You know, at the end of the day, practice makes perfect. So I would go buy a cheap $2 pair and keep putting them on until you feel comfortable, because that's basically how I did it. Like I would sit in my room and I would just practice putting them on, and that's how I got so good at putting them on. You know, and that way you find your own technique and you find what helps you, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what lashes you like, you don't like. Like these ones have such a thick band, but other ones I've used have a really thin band, so that's gonna be different and harder. I find that ones with really thick bands are easier to work with. They're not as flimsy, they're not moving around all over the place. So you know, it's just what you feel comfortable with and what you're willing to put up with. And hey, you could practice a million times and say, to hell with this, I'm never doing it. Someone signed me up for some semi-permanent ones. So it's all in what you feel comfortable with. But yeah, keep on practicing, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, thank you.